As an English learner advocate, which I consider myself to be, one of my roles is to help students find their voice and coach teachers to give students the opportunities and the equitable access to, in fact, share their voice. There's an overwhelming percentage of English language learners who are unfortunately sitting in the back of the classrooms, not sharing, not having the opportunities to share. So part of my work has been creating different tools for teachers to use with their students so that they can, in fact, share. One of the biggest, most impactful tools I have found is pretty simple that anybody can implement, but it's the use of sentence frames, sentence starters, where teachers give students part of the language where then students can fill in their own ideas.
Being in a rural area where a lot of people have conventional ideas, there's challenges a lot of times, right? But the way how we take it is to continuously impart knowledge or ideas and convince the villagers about any new aspect that we're talking about. Our responsibility is not only to educate the children we have, but also to educate the local villagers while providing opportunities for them as well. Suppose our schools have social entrepreneurship projects as well that benefit the local communities while generating some income for the school as well. Through these initiatives, we want to involve the local villagers to benefit them and their families, and also while engaging our children in the community.
For me, global citizenship is leadership and service, right? It's this idea of how do we contribute to society through service and through leadership. I get this incredible opportunity to realize Soka education in the student affairs side. Recently, we created a framework, the Soka Contributive Leadership Framework, which really looks at what kind of leaders are we developing here at Soka University. You know, there's so many different ways that society defines leadership, but how do we at Soka University define leadership? What are the characteristics? What are the competencies that students should develop to really become global citizens? So I had this incredible opportunity to create this framework that we can implement and use to really foster student leadership development here at SUA. That's the most recent way that I've applied. You know, I remember reading through message after message from the founder and all of the peace proposals and just grappling with this idea of what does he say about leadership? What is unique to Soka in how we're raising young people and leaders for the future? And so as I went through all of the readings, I began to see these patterns emerge of what Mr. Ikeda was really saying and the expectations he had for leadership here at the university and what global citizenship really means. And so that's what I used to then really develop this framework for leadership. And it's been an incredible, journey reading through so many of those messages and being able to reflect on it and really see these patterns kind of emerge.
The first big professional job that I had was actually at the Brazil Soka School. I moved there at the beginning of 2016. I was asked to teach English, a project that really puts global citizenship education at the forefront. Was this idea of mine to basically do what the founder does and has been doing since 1983. Right? He's been sending annual peace proposals to the United Nations. And so I had this idea to have my students, my high school students, come up with a peace proposal and something that was collective, that kind of had the fingerprints of every student and kind of brought together their voices